What's going on, everybody? Josh here. Today's Saturday, and unfortunately we don't have the boys with us this weekend because they're sick. Easter weekend. So I decided I'm going to take some time and see if I could figure the Jeep out. So we took it over to a shop, and I won't say the name of the shop, but let's just say that I wasn't too impressed. And they confirmed that they think it's the front driveline too. And they quoted me about $900 to fix the front driveline. Now I did some research on it and I found out that there's only 12 bolts holding it in, and it should be a fairly easy job to remove it. So I asked them about it, and they said that the part was $700 for a new driveline. Well, they didn't know I looked online earlier, and they're actually listed for around $100 to $150 for a driveline. And so I'm going to see if there was more involved than what they told me, or if they were trying to get an extra $600, $700 out of us. So I'm going to jack this thing up, take a look at it, and see if I can pull that old driveline out. So stay tuned. Alright, so I got this thing jacked up. That is the front side of the differential, or the driveline. And those are the bolts I need to take off right there to disconnect it from the front. Then the back ones are right there. So from what I understand, there's 6 in back, 6 in front, and they're 8mm. So I'm going to see if I can get them loose. Wish me luck. Let's see how big of a pain these are. Looks like it's true 8mm. Okay, so since I jacked it up, the front wheel's turning on me. That could pose a problem. So I'm going to have to block off the front wheel so it can't turn. Let's see if that did the trick. Yep. Alright. So got one loose. Alright. So got the first 3 loose. Alright. Now I gotta unblock the wheel, rotate the tire, and see if I can get the next 3 loose. Just to see what's going on here. See if we can get the next 3 broken loose. Now I do have this jacked up, and I could probably crawl underneath of it, but I may have to do that for the back ones, but the front ones I'm not really too worried about it. The only reason why I really jacked it up is so I can get the wheel to turn, so I can get to each one of them. Now, for those of you who don't know, or who are new to us, this actually went out on us when we were in Oklahoma filming a Bigfoot expedition. And if you guys want to watch that video, I'll put a link down below so you can see how our adventure out there went. Hi, you can talk. I'm just trying not to kill myself.
Yeah, don't do that.
Could you find me a little container to keep these bolts in? It's just a little chilly under here.
You want a blanket?
No. Okay, so I got all 6 off the front. Now, I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know a whole lot about these things, but it sounds like there was gears somewhere inside that boot or somewhere that was grinding. Made it sound like a friggin' tank going down the road when we were coming home from Oklahoma. But we didn't have a choice, so we had to make the drive. We made it home okay, so it drove fine. Probably just used a lot more gas. See if I can get you guys up in there. We'll try that. See if I can get this up in this way. There you go. So we can get it to turn. There it goes. Sorry guys, I hope you can still see. That kind of an angle. Lesson learned. Don't take the last bolt out until you got the other 3 bolts done. So I got to figure out how to loosen those bolts. Alright, so I got a new view to figure this part out. So sorry I had to move you guys, but I had to get to those last 3 bolts or 6 bolts. I'm not sure what point I did that to you. I was able to get those out. Now I did make a boo-boo. I took all 6 bolts out of there before I started working on these, and that created the whole thing to turn because the front wasn't secured to nothing. So that was fun. So I used a pair of monster grips, whatever you want to call them. So now I got to try to take a hammer and a pry bar, see if I could pop that side out. This side came out on its own, so it's already loose. I just gotta try to break this side loose. So let's see how successful I get with that. That was a little easier than I thought. We got the drive line out of the way, the front drive line. What we look like inside of there. That's the other end. Okay, well there it is. There's the front drive line. Of a Jeep Grand Cherokee 2000 limited edition, I guess. And 6 bolts on each end. They have caps, and the new ones I've seen come with these caps that are pre-packed with grease. The boot over here seems to be in pretty good shape, considering. I don't know if that wobble is normal or not, but there's wobble. One thing I did notice, you can see the bearings in there. Dry as a bone. Doesn't look like there's any grease at all. And my suspicion is that's where the grinding noise was coming from. So, yeah. I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know for sure, but it makes sense. Now, just so you know, I got on YouTube to see how to do all this, and honestly, I couldn't really find any useful videos. So, tools I needed was a ratchet, an extension with an 8mm socket, a different extension just for shorter ones, a small pry bar, and a hammer. Now, if you screw up like I did and take all 6 bolts out of the front before you try to take the back ones out, then you may want to throw in a pair of these as well, just to hold the drive line while you turn them. And be careful, just don't strip the heads on any of the screws and you should be alright. But with that thing out of the way, I can take it for a test drive now and at least see if that eliminated the noise on this Jeep. So I'll come back with an update, let you know if I have any further problems. And yeah, I go a little extreme on my jacks. I don't goof around, so make sure you go. So yeah, we'll see where we end up next, and stay tuned for the next project. Thanks. Bye.